Before coming to Adamson University, I had been working with the railroad tracks, trying to negotiate social services for the people. And how do we do this in a peaceful way? We, together with the shareholders, the local government unit, the national agencies, the NGOs working with the people, as well as the people's organizations, sit down together in order to discuss everything, the details of their allocations. And this is actually giving voice to the voiceless, because in the past, when government projects are done, simply they don't ask any community people to say to them. There is no actual, engagement with them. But at this point, because we try to ask them to listen to the voices of the poor, and then there had become more peaceful negotiations in terms of relocation sites. But they need more things. First of all, as I was mentioning earlier, they need schools, they need clinics, they need multipurpose halls, and they need many other things in order for them to be able to compete, when I say compete, with the life of those who had been there before they come. Usually, people from their relocations are treated as second-class citizens because they're removed from the tracks and placed in a foreign land. And so they had not been accepted. So what is the trend that we have to do now? Because there are around 20 relocation sites in 20 different places, we federated them so that they can have a voice. You see, if you federated them, how powerful that federation can be. And it can become actually a source of lobbying and leveraging power so that it can discuss particularly their own rights and privileges as part of the citizens of a local government unit. Hopefully in 5 years' time, if the federation do its work well, we can transform these relocation sites into the basic unit of a local government unit. And that is what we call the barangay. So that it can access its own government, allocation, and can sit into the municipality council so that people from the relocation sites can have a voice, particularly in the bigger management of their own towns. And this is giving people in the relocation site a voice to be heard, a voice so that they can air out particularly to the bigger community what they need and how they can be helped. Doing this is quite difficult because usually you're against the leftists who don't want improvement because there will be no cause anymore, or against politicians who are using them simply for votes. Because as long as they are poor, they will cling on to politicians. And empowering these people will be bad for these politicians because these politicians will not speak and will tell them what they need. So the work of engaging with communities is actually difficult. But knowing that the community is with you makes things easier for all of us. At this particular point, our professors are starting to engage with these communities, and Adamson University is becoming the seat of the federation, where all problems, all developments in these relocation sites are being placed here in Adamson for data recovery, actually for decision making. So Adamson is now becoming the melting point of ideas, particularly on how to develop these relocation sites. And when we say relocation sites of 20 of them, it means almost 1 million people. You see the power that is there with 1 million people